Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? And welcome to the latest edition of Drew Mania Live. So great to have you with us for this Tuesday, the 4th day of February. Can you believe it? It's already February already. The year 2020. And of course, this is yours truly, Andrew L. Perry. Oh yes, and yes indeed. As always, coming to you live and at you from the busy streets, which is New York City, as I chat to you what is happening in the world of sports. Well, the Super Bowl 54 is in the books, and we all we're gonna do today is just recap, because as far as I'm concerned, there's really nothing much going on as we speak right now. Things are pretty much quiet for the most part now. We move on to the college. As we move on to college basketball, and little before you know it, spring training starts approaching. Yeah. The boys of summer will return either in Florida or Arizona for spring training for Major League Baseball before the season. Before we know, the baseball season is upon us. But nevertheless, let's talk about let's wrap up the football season. The 100th season of the NFL season has officially completed and completed this past Sunday, as the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And a lot to digest, and it was a thrilling football game. Really thrilling football game, just like I expected. We'll get to the Chiefs side in a second and why they won the game and stuff like that. But I want to start with the 49ers side for a lot of things. You know, obviously, I'm gonna start with this. I'll start with this. You know, I'll start by saying this. When you're in a championship game, when you're in a championship round, when you're in the playoffs, you can, and when it's mostly championship game in general, you cannot, and in any circumstances, cannot play scared. You cannot go away. Or what got you to that point. And and in my eyes, that's what happened with the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco 49ers lost this game blew this game in so many ways, 9 times to Tuesday. Okay? They blow this game in so many ways. Number one, and it's obvious. When you have a 10-point lead, when under 10 minutes to go, you have to play keep away, meaning you run the damn football. Why they did not run the football? Why Kyle Shanahan rely on Jimmy Garoppolo is beyond me. You have to run the football. The running game. The running game is what got them there, beating the Vikings and beating the Packers. Why did they not run the football in this game is beyond me. Jimmy Garoppolo, even though he did not have a good game, he really did not have a good game, but he had thrown two picks, including the last one in the end. Rely on the. They trying to make him look like Joe Montana or Steve Young, in my opinion. But be as it may, you cannot take sacks. He cannot take sacks in key moments. And to me, he take too many sacks and try to make something happen, and end up making something out of happen. And 9 out of 10, you end up losing the game. That's number one. Number two, what the hell happened to the defense? What the hell happened to the defense? I know Tyreek Hill is speed demon, and I'll get to Tyreek Hill in a minute. But this defense, who's been dominant, has been one of the best third down defense in the National Football League this season. Even though they put in the first half, they have Kansas City. They had Kansas City. They have Kansas City against the wall as the pregame guys, Jerry, Terry, Howie, and Jimmy said, they was counterpunching. They pretty much counterpunching, but they did not go. They did not go for the kill. Even though they got a lot of sacks, yes, they caused a lot of turnovers, but they got tired, and they I don't know if they was playing zone or man to man, but they schemed. They were awful. They were really awful. They played really scared, and they were scared of the speed of Tyreek Hill, and you could see it in the game. So as Travis Kelce, who wasn't really a non-factor in this game, as you can see, he really wasn't effective in the game at all. They let Damian Williams run all over the field, even though he was an X factor in and watching the game. I think he should have been. And the more I think about it, he should have been a Super Bowl MVP. I didn't think he was snubbed, but they gave it to Patrick Mahomes. But I don't care about that. And third and most of all, this brings me to Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan, did you not learn your lesson? I guess Kyle Shanahan did not learn his lesson from being the offensive coordinator when the Atlanta Falcons missed a 28-3 lead and did not run the football. Did not run the football in that spot. Did not run the football when the game did not play keep away. Because if you didn't play keep away, the Kansas City Chiefs wouldn't score 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter alone. In the second half, I should say. Second half, because once the fourth quarter start beginning, that's when everything changed. After they scored that towards the end of the third quarter, after that turnover, that was it. 49ers had no answers, and they ain't scored no touchdown in the fourth quarter, and they blew this game. There's no way around it. The 49ers blew this game. Simple as that. Okay? And this is all on the head coach. And it comes a point. A coach had to take the game over and say, and take the game over and say, you know what? I'll call the plays. I'll give you the play. You decide to run it. That's how we're going to run it. That's all it is. Kyle Shanahan did not do that and being too conservative. Now, on the other hand, give Kansas City credit for coming back all year long. Coming back in this playoffs, having this slow start, and to come back the way they did is really remarkable. And Patrick Mahomes, it deserves MVP. I have no problem with it. I don't know where the ESPN guys talk about he was snubbed. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, I don't really care. I'm like snub. Yeah, okay. I know he didn't have a Patrick Mahomes game, but the point is, he have him cut. The Kansas City could have lost that game, and just like the Washington Nationals, the Kansas City Chiefs, who's let's be honest, in the last 20 years, they have been snake bit for a long time. They haven't won a Super Bowl in 50 years. And every time since 93, even the great Joe Montana could have sent them to the Super Bowl. Every time they get to the playoffs, it's been another defeat, and they had great players. Like I said, Joe Montana. I'm gonna add in Marcus Allen, Steve Bono, they even have Steve DeBird as their quarterback, Marty Schottenheimer. Priest Holmes, Dante Hall, Derek Thomas, Neil Smith, I know it's Lynn Dawson, but he won the Super Bowl, so I'm not gonna count him. But the point is, great players, great names that came with that organization who's been and the playoff loss they had, as I mentioned. I remember watching the Colts, I remember that 95 Colts. I remember that loss against the 95 Colts, who they should, if the kicker didn't miss that three, if they didn't miss that field goal, the Chiefs would have probably won that game in Kansas City and probably beat Pittsburgh to go to the Super Bowl, and lost to Denver in that AFC title game. And of course the Peyton Manning Trent Green game, when there was no punt whatsoever. The Baltimore Ravens came and beat the crap out of Kansas City. The 3 years ago, the comeback at Tennessee. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. A lot of bad playoff losses happened at Arrowhead. Of course, who forget the Pittsburgh Steelers? Now we could put it away because the Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions, and by September, the end of August or September, the beginning of September, I should say, Arrowhead will be rocking, and be rocking more than ever. I tell you that. Now, without question, the biggest play of the game was the third and 15 play. And like I said, Patrick Mahomes did not have a good game. How about this? How about we give the defense? I know the defense. I ain't hear nobody say this. How about we give the defense some props here? Cause the defense did their job in the fourth quarter. Even after that 20 point, after that touchdown in the third quarter, that was it for San Francisco. The defense shut them down, literally. And for that, you got to give the defense tremendous credit for doing what they did. Tyrann Mathieu, Rashad Breezeland with that early interception, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Mike Pearl for that hit earlier to cause that interception. So either way, it was a thrilling football game. It really was a thrilling football game. It really was, it really was. And for that, to me, that's all you can ask for in the NFC title game. And one last thing, the one thing I really love what Andy Reid did. Andy Reid when I'm going to compare Andy Reid of now to when he was in Philadelphia. To me, Andy Reid, even though he had Donovan McNabb, he wasn't aggressive. Something about this game, something about the game I watched Sunday, made me realize what I like. I'm gonna say this. I like how aggressive. I like that the Chiefs did not play conservative. I like the fact that Andy Reid was aggressive.